sides, and that's the double whammy for all the drivers rushing through there.
But we even saw just coming out of, I'm not sure which corner that was, maybe turn 3 or turn 4, that there's quite a big bump on the exit as well, so that's just going to be an opportunity to have some traction issues as we start picking up speed, certainly late in a tire life once we get to the race. But I like this. A lot of cars on track right now. About half the field is out there circulating, and that dry line is starting to form. Like you said, turn 7 in front of the booth here was kind of the wettest section. Starting to see that dry line form mid-corner.
You generally wait until the spray dissipates coming up off the rear wing. It does not appear anywhere except on the front straight right now from turn 7 to turn 1. 25 minutes to go. I think almost certainly we'll be seeing somebody throw dries on before the end of this session.
The moisture and the danger remains down there through 5, 6, 7, the southern part of the circuit. In fact, everywhere south of Pennsylvania Avenue was once seen as the dangerous part of Washington, D.C. during the Civil War. It was sort of seen as the dangerous underbelly of the city once you went south of Pennsylvania Avenue.
Now, one thing I find fascinating, there are 6 drivers that have not even gone out yet, that are sitting and waiting. Maybe they've done an install, but in terms of completing one flying lap,
They're really
I
taking
don't
it
believe
easy there.
we've seen
Too
Scott
cautious.
Dixon yet.
Too
I
cautious.
have to figure out who else has been
No
sitting.
Palou.
It's Marcus Ericsson.
I don't see Ericsson, I don't see Palou. Oh no, Ericsson has.
So we've done no McLaughlin,
Ericsson's there.
no McLaughlin, no Rossi, no Palou, no Dixon, no Foster, no Ray Hall so far.
A lot of experienced drivers that are saying, you know what? I'm gonna chill.
Typical of Alex Palou, isn't it? You have to sit and chill, go out and go straight to the top. That's pretty much par for the course. Jack.
Well, one driver who hasn't been chilling for the whole session, Romain Grosjean. Unbelievable weekend last weekend, second place for you and your team at Dale Coyne Racing. How do you feel about the track so far?
Good. I mean, conditions are not easy right now. We got few corners that are completely dry and few that are completely wet, so you almost want to pit stop halfway through the lap. But man, it's good to be racing here. There's definitely a little bit more bumps than it was last week. A little bit less corners, but generally I think there's some really good flowing section.
Thanks, buddy. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Well, Romain Grosjean had a phenomenal weekend last weekend. Employed an alternate strategy, had the pace, took the lead and looked set to fight for his first ever, believe it or not, IndyCar win as it was. He had to settle for second place 1 year on from Dale Coyne Racing's last podium finish, which was also in Canada, up there in Ontario when we were on the streets of Toronto, the inaugural race on the streets of Markham. I think we can say, James, after a difficult start to the weekend, something of a success, a circuit that all the drivers absolutely adored.
Yeah, the drivers loved it. As you see the graphic there, Grosjean slowly moving up a chart he doesn't want to be on. Most second place finishes without a win. Of course, Vitor Meira in the IRL days, famous for coming so close but so far. And yeah, you're
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Again, like a rough start, but an overwhelming success. Drivers love the track. The race was an absolute barn burner.
So fun to watch. And let's be fair to Romain Grosjean in that was a perfectly executed drive for the strategy they were on.
First class, yeah.
He nailed it.
Absolutely.
So, when you're able to walk away even without a win, but knowing you executed perfectly, that means that you're ready to win at any time. You just have to have the circumstance, but he can execute behind the wheel.
Georgia now, I hear you ask. Georgia Washington, I think it was.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that one, but I love a good pun. So thanks for that. But no, we are making our way around this beautiful circuit. We're right now in the Delta Suite. So where that is between turn 7 and turn 1. If you can see me right here, this is the start-finish line. It's beautiful, by the way. And if you turn just a little bit more, there is our nation's Capitol building. It's so picturesque. I think I have maybe 100 pictures of it in my camera right now, and that's only going to grow through the rest of the weekend. But like I said before, I'm in the Delta Suites, which is a state-of-the-art facility. There's 4 levels of suites right here: food, drinks, seats, and a front row seat to the action as well. So this is going to be a pretty important part of this racetrack. You can see right now Stefano Petrucci is zooming down the front stretch, like I said, between turn 7 and turn 1, but it's a picturesque day. We started with a few drops, but I can see it even as I've been up here. The track drying out more and more and more. So we have an action-packed day. These suites are awesome. It's beautiful. I'm having a great time, guys.
2 things that's important to note, I think. Great report, Georgia Washington. Thank you for that. The paint that you see down there on the circuit is grip paint, so even if it rains, that shouldn't get too slippery. We haven't seen
I don't like that
anybody
gap
sliding
right
around
there,
on
though.
that in the early wet part of the
Somebody
session.
hits
The
that.
second part is the importance of those hospitality suites here, because obviously it's not a cheap thing to put on a motor race, but the investment that's gone into this race, much of it recouped through those hospitality suites. The rest paid out of pocket by Penske Entertainment and by Roger Penske. Minimal and very small costs for Washington DC itself. This is something that IndyCar really has been instrumental in putting on and paying for this weekend, so that Washington DC can enjoy a phenomenal race weekend, and so that the local infrastructure, the hotels, the restaurants,